Listen, it does not need to be a new year, a new you. It just needs to be a new year, a healthier you. Because sure, okay, they trying to take us down at every front. So get some TLC products and up that metabolism and up that energy and up that immune system, okay, that digestive system. Get that all together with these TLC products right here. And don't forget, okay, sign up for ifyoucanmove.com and become a part of the online gym and shed the pounds, honey. Hey everybody, what's up? Happy Valentine's Day. It's your girl Bondy Blue, and I am back for another Belle Collective. All right, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, I was not rushing to watch this week's episode after last week with K-Line. Like, it just really made my nerves bad. And I was not in a space where I was running to watch another racial confrontation between, you know, a Caucasian lady that wants to act like a victim, even though ain't nobody did nothing to her. And we're talking about actual, like, issues that people are going through. Like, and you want to be the victim in this moment. Like, I'm just not here for, you know, I'm sorry, the white lady tears. I just wasn't here for it, okay? So, y'all, Marie is losing her shit over K-Line telling her to come here. The elder lady had to stand up and get everybody together because they was just losing their shit. I was trying to figure out, why were there shoes on the table? Like, we're supposed to eat here. Why are your shoes on the table? That's some real country bitch shit if I ever seen it. Y'all talk real bad about Marie. Y'all said that she, you know, scheming in the business and keeping people out because they don't fit the criteria for the reality show, and she been trying to be on reality TV since 2017, so her fake ass and big feet are ready for this. And I'm just kind of like, at the end of the day, I'm over Marie. Like, I don't care. I really don't. I don't care. Like, anything that's going on behind the scenes, I just kind of, I don't care. Like, on the show, I really don't care. I'm here. But at the moment, I just don't care. Like, the most interesting thing is her and Essie's relationship, which I believe is a romantic one. That's it. That's it. K-Line apologizes to Marie, but Marie wants K-Line to leave. Okay, you need to go. You need to raise up out. And I just kind of feel like, Marie, it's not your event. I get it, but it's not your event. K-Line, you're apologizing because you want to seem like you're being the bigger, more mature person. Being the bigger, more mature person would have been not making this moment about you the way you did. So you should leave. And I'm glad that you did. And so that, don't bring your white friend around no more. Okay? Don't bring your white friend around don't bring her around no more. Okay? Listen, if you want to have scenes with her by herself, that's great. But you can't tell me that over y'all years of friendship since college, you haven't had conversations with this lady about racial tensions and what black people go through, for her to sit up there and cry and make it about her and act as if she has no connection to racism whatsoever when she screamed about her great-great-great-great-granddaddy being Jefferson Davis. What? You don't know your own history? Oh, okay. Miss me with the bullshit, K-Line. I don't know how you thought you was going to come into a room full of black women and shut down their experiences. Like, I don't know how you thought that was supposed to go down, but no. Letitia takes over the meeting and finally talks about Ferry Street. Thank God. We've been waiting how many episodes now for her to finally tell these people about Ferry Street? And once everybody settles down, K-Line leaves and we get the subject matter for why we're here, everybody is back to positive. Antoinette feels like she didn't even know that Letitia had dreams bigger than the brunches. So this is amazing. This is great. And she says, you know, she wants to buy this expensive ass building. It's the building that she's interested in. Yeah, I don't know how that's all going to work out, because a lot of these women, I don't know how much money they have. If they can pull their money and start to buy properties, that would be ideal. I think that's what she's trying to do. But I think that they need to be more conservative about the way they spend their money. For instance, I think y'all should leave that big ass building alone. Okay, since the person that owns it doesn't want to do anything with it and they don't want to sell it, but they want to lease it. Like, that's some bullshit to me. I don't like when, like, knock the building down, or at least make it look like not an eyesore. Because to me, you can't have one nice place surrounded by a whole bunch of dilapidated buildings. So for me, I would one by one, you know, a 2x2 maybe, make each building something that we need in that community, and then finish off with that last building. That way, when that building comes, then you'll at least have everything around it to help it, you know, flourish. Like, you know, I'm sorry, but y'all need, get a Cane's or some shit. Get y'all a Cane's right there. Somebody get a Walgreens, okay? Like, black owned something. Like, it needs to be black owned franchises of some things. But I do feel like a grocery store. Like, y'all need to put shit that people need on that street. Okay, that way they will have to visit there or want to visit there because what they need is closer to them versus putting some hair store there or some hair salon or something where people don't necessarily need to go and spend their money. You need to put something on Ferris Street that people need to go and spend their money. Okay, and that is how you revitalize the street, not just by putting any old thing there, because y'all love to put up a fucking sneaker shop or somewhere to buy urban clothes on the street and it only be there for a little while, or you know, somewhere to get hookah or you know, get your little cigarette refills. Like y'all like to go and do shit like that. No, get y'all a grocery store, get y'all a pharmacy, like get y'all shit that people need on that street. Okay, and work from there instead of this expensive ass building that you can't even own, that you're gonna have to pay all this money to do the corrections on. Like, no, I just feel like I want it to work out, but I want it to be smart and I want it to be effective and I want it to be long lasting and not something that you're just doing for a show. So y'all, Latrice, this episode, we had a lot of Latrice. She wasn't a part of the other girls in any way, but we got this from her anyway. So Latrice meets with Melanie. Y'all know that's her homegirl, who is also her business partner. And they discuss getting into beauty supply stores. It's not as easy as she thought it would be. So they trying to work on that. You know, they can't be talking about business for too long before Cliff appears. Okay. Cliff comes in and mentions to Latrice that her brother supposedly got married, and she instantly starts crying. That can't be true. He wouldn't have done that without talking to me first, because we so close and we like twins. We were born in different years, but we're born a day apart and we're so close and all of this and this and that. Okay, so it's about Latrice's family this episode, right? She says that she had two brothers who were killed when they were growing up, and then this brother, Derek, went to jail when she was younger for killing somebody who threatened their family. Okay, so he just got out of jail not too long ago, and they've been a little bit estranged, but they are a very close-knit family, right? So she wants to get to the bottom of this because that's her brother. She loves him, and she would be very hurt if he got married without talking to her about it. And there's conversation about Latrice not liking whoever his new girlfriend is, who he might or might not have married. So Latrice has a, what was it, like a little get-together at her house where they plant trees. And, you know, in remembrance of the brothers that they lost, you know, so everybody comes dressed in white. They having a good time. They plant the trees. They say something nice about the brothers or the family members that are gone. Everybody, you know, shares their memories or whatever they have to say about the person. It was very beautiful, to be honest, and something that I feel like people should do in their families. And I would love to do with my family, where all of us get together and just, you know, talk about people who are gone, but who we miss and who we remember things about. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that would be really dope. I feel like it would be cool to hear maybe stories that I don't know about my grandmother or my grandfather or my aunts that have passed away. You know what I'm saying? My own father. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I thought that was a beautiful moment. When it was time for Derek to say something, he couldn't do it and he walked away. But I feel like you can tell he was emotional. So Latrice and him have a conversation to themselves. And basically she is trying to understand, like, why would you go and get married without talking to me? We are so close. How could you do that? And he says, I didn't get married without you. I wouldn't do that. But I don't come around because I know y'all don't like my current girlfriend. And another thing is that his ex, his baby mother, lives with his mom, and she is very much a part of the family. It be like that, yeah. When they go to jail, they didn't have a baby mama, so the family rallies around her because she was the woman he was with when he went to jail. Child, this happened with my cousin. It's been so many women since then. My cousin and got so many people pregnant since then. But, you know, and she was the one he actually didn't get pregnant. So funny. But she definitely was in our family for a while because she was the girl he was with when he went to jail. And that happens, okay? But the fact that that lady's still living with the mama, I'm just kind of like, well, when was she your baby mama? Why is she still living with your mama? Never mind. Either way, like, obviously it's uncomfortable. So he doesn't want to come around if his ex is always there, which is understandable. Latrice says she don't really dislike the girl. It's just her loyalty to his baby mama. But I feel like she don't like that girl. And I don't know why, but I feel like they fronting. They know they don't like that girl. That's why he don't bring her around. Because if that was the case, then, you know, everybody would be around hunky-dory. But yeah, y'all gotta stop that. Y'all gotta let that go. That lady don't need to be living with that mama her whole damn life like that. Like, what's going on? Is she helping the mama? Like, what's happening there? But I understand him not wanting to be uncomfortable and him wanting to live his life the way he wants to live his life. Just got out of jail. Somebody been telling me what to do probably 20 years of my damn life. Now I want to do what I want to do. And I'm not going to bring my girl around anybody that makes her feel uncomfortable. Period. That's how people be. Because as we become adults, our relationships, the people that we lay up with, those are the people that become most important to us. Even though we have close-knit relationships with our family members, we lay down with this person every night. That's the person's feelings that we feel need to be put into consideration above all, because that's the person that's really closest to us. That's the person we hunching. Like, that's what it is. But Latrice tells him that she wants to be there for him no matter what. So, bring her around so we can fix whatever issues we got. All right. So, y'all, let's move on to Letitia. Y'all, we got to see a little bit more of Letitia and her old man, Glenn. Okay, he comes home after 28 days of being out on the water. And she has to explain to him everything that's been going on with Fair Street. And she's super duper excited and talking a mile a minute in her terrible wigs. And he's seeming supportive for the moment. But I guess some weeks must have went by. She explained to him that she wasn't going to be able to be waiting on him hand and foot. I'm not your superwoman. Oh, no. Listen. If I'm in here handling business, I'm on phone calls, I'm dealing with, making money, and you sitting in the house doing nothing, don't come in here aggravating me about what you gonna eat like you a 5-year-old or you a 6-year-old or you a child. You a grown-ass man. Why don't you go in there and cook something for us? I don't know many Southern men that don't know how to do something in the kitchen. In my family, at least. Most of the men in my family know how to cook and do cook. And oftentimes are better cooks than their wives. So I don't understand this mindset of a grown-ass man standing there talking about I'm hungry like he can't figure... First of all, you have a few options. There's a car, you have money. You can go to the store and you can buy something. You can come back and cook it. You can go to the store and buy some pre-cooked food. You can call DoorDash. You can have something delivered. Like, there are so many ways for you to get something to eat without having to cook it or without having to bother your old lady who is in here trying to handle business. Niggas work on my nerves. You need to be able to do things for yourself like cook and clean. It's crazy to me how you can put on a vacuum cleaner to aggravate the shit out of her while she doing her business calls, but you can't figure out a way to get your ass something to eat. So you can clean, but you can't cook. And you can't order DoorDash. Make it make sense. Like, I get it. Like, y'all, there's so many times where I'm like, baby, I'm the one that makes sure he eats, for sure. I'm definitely the one that's sitting up here about to stop editing the video, and then I'm also going to order some food if I can't cook. But you know what also happens in this house? Lyric also cooks food. Lyric also cooks. Lyric cooked this week. This past week, Lyric cooked, okay? More than 2 days out the week. Not something he normally does, but I wasn't about to do it. I'm not about to stand on my damn leg. My leg hurt. I got shit to do. What you gonna do? Okay, you know what he did? He cooked. Like, I don't understand what the problem is. Like, that was just so stupid to me. And then after she gets off the phone and they go into the bedroom to argue about him vacuuming and obviously being bothered and having a temper tantrum about her handling her business above his hunger, as if he can't do it for himself. I'm sorry, y'all. Men work on my nerves with that shit. Like, you are not an able-bodied, grown-ass man that can figure out a way to feed yourself and your woman while she's working on her business. He tells her that he wants a contract. I guess he wants a percentage of whatever she's doing business-wise to placate the fact that she's not able to do everything he needs for her to do, which requires her to cook and clean and suck his toes and his penis and do business. Girl, that's what you want to deal with. But to me, it seems as if Glenn is trying to, line up his reason for cheating. That's what he's doing. Because that's what men love to do. They're going to dog you out and cheat on you while you out here doing everything you can do for y'all household. And then he's going to turn around and make it your fault because you didn't give him the head at the moment that he wanted it. So that's the reason why he went and cheated on you, because you wasn't in here cooking for him. Instead, you was in here making money. You wasn't cooking. You wasn't doing everything at one time. So now that's his reason for cheating. I see it on the horizon, Glenn. You ain't fooling nobody. You ain't fooling nobody. And I'm trying to understand why a man who is not with his wife for 28 days can't figure out a way to get his own food. Like, I understand, as a woman, you want to take care of your man, all of that shit. Trust me, I do. Trust me, I do. I am that bitch, okay? But ultimately, as a man, you need to take care of your woman sometimes. Sometimes those roles have to be reversed. And it is so unfortunate when women find out that men are not willing to be as supportive as they require from their wives. They don't want to be that supportive. They don't want to, make sure you ate today and, support you in your business. That, for some reason, makes them feel bad. I don't know. But let you be out here working, cooking and cleaning, sucking on peens, rubbing on feet, cooking collard greens in the middle of the day. Like, that's what they want you to be out here doing. They want you to do everything, but you can never require that same amount of work from them. It's amazing to me. Honestly, in this day and age, it's almost like if you can't do what is required in this relationship, please see yourself out, because I don't really need you. Like, if I was her, that's how I would feel. He's not there 28 days out there. Like, I don't really need you, nigga. You can go. Like, if this is a setup that you can't get down with, if you can't handle this reversal for a minute while I'm doing what I want to do and having my dreams fulfilled, if you can't do that, then you can go. You know what I'm saying? But just remember that when the shoe is on the other foot, you ain't gonna have nobody. Remember that. Like, that's all. We ain't gotta argue about it. But she's sitting up there talking about she want a proposal so that they can renew their vows. You want to renew your vows with a man you can't trust that's setting up his reason to cheat on you because you can't stop and cook right now? Okay. So y'all, Antoinette and Kayline meet up. And she says that, Kayline needs to tuck in her feelings, okay? You need to check her feelings at the door. You're trying to learn something from these black women, then you needed to be able to listen to them. I think that's a funny thing where you think you can come into the room and dictate how the information is disseminated amongst the crowd. Like, that's some white people shit. To be so uncomfortable with the truths of the world that they feel like they can disrupt what's happening in a space. They can say that somebody isn't white people don't talk about you guys like this. Excuse me? Excuse me? How would you know? How would you know? What do you say when you talk about us, Kayline? Do you not talk about us at all? Because that's the issue that we're having as well. You guys ignoring issues and problems because they don't have anything to do with you, because the system is not set up to harm or inconvenience you. It's set to harm and inconvenience us. And then when we say it, everybody acts like we're bullshitting. We talk about it and show you the instances, and then you cry and play the victim. So at this point, I'm exhausted with Kayline, and I don't really give a shit. And the fact that Antoinette continues to have a friendship with this woman means to me that Antoinette knows that it is best to have certain relationships so that she can get into certain rooms and get into certain doors. That's what I see this as. Her relationship with Kayline seems very exhausting to me. I'ma just say it. They're able to get past it, and she gonna have a sip and see in a month for her business that doesn't have any walls yet. But ultimately, the biggest thing is that Kayline and Antoinette continue to be friends even after it is so obvious that she exhausts the shit out of Antoinette. Yeah, see, here's my thing. Me and my white friends talk about these things so often that I often come from the mind frame is that if you're going to be my white friend, you need to be able to accept what our existence is like. And so if I'm talking about what happens with us, you need not get offended because I'm not talking about you unless I'm specifically talking to you about something that you've done. But when we talk about white people in general, you know what it is. You know we telling the truth. So don't sit up here and argue and feel bad. If you a real friend to somebody that's black and you a white person, you need to understand what we deal with is different from what you deal with. And that's no shade to you, but this is what it is. If you're a real friend, if you're a real ally, you're going to accept it and be like, you know what, you right and that's fucked up. That's all we need to hear from you. You right and that's fucked up. That's all we need to hear. We don't need to hear how white people don't talk about you like this. No, we don't need to hear that. Because there have been rooms of white people that have been orchestrating how to destroy black people's lives for hundreds of years. Hundreds of years of rooms with all white men trying to figure out how to fuck over somebody black. So I really don't want to hear from Kayline about how white people talk about us. I don't want to hear that because you don't know what you're talking about. And if you do know, then you're trying to gaslight us. And I'm not about to give you that. I don't want to see Kayline anymore, but I see you, Carlos. I see you for your works. The girls wasn't really giving us anything, so you brought Kayline in to give us this, racial tensions as if we needed that shit. Anyway, y'all, that was the Belle Collective. Some of y'all are still here, and I appreciate you for it. I'm trying to make 100,000 subscribers, so it'd mean a lot to me if you share my video with your people. All right? Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one.